Hi, y'all. Welcome. Can you hear me okay? Maybe we'll do that one if everything is working. And I'm not quite sure how to get you on Crime and Justice. So what I'll do is, until I get this figured out, is I wanted to talk a little bit about Jolissa Feuntes. They're just getting there today. Adventures with Purpose is actually starting their search today. They got there last night. So I thought maybe we could listen to an update and maybe go through some of the different updates that there are. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to make some mistakes along the way. I am happy to take suggestions. Okay. Jolissa Feuntes, 22 years old. Here we go.
Hotel and paid this price. Laura stayed in the same hotel and paid a lot less. How? Well, Anna found the hotel on her usual website. Laura used Trivago to compare offers from major booking sites and found a great deal. Hotel Trivago.
Last night located inside the
that's great. Injustice so much.
We have not positively identified, and it is still a very active investigation.
The Nevada County, California sheriff making that tragic announcement yesterday about missing 16-year-old Kiely Rodni. That body found by a team of volunteer divers.
Can you give me a 1 if you guys can hear this okay?
It took them 35 minutes.
I'm not hearing anything, so I don't know if you guys are.
For more than 2 weeks. Joining us now are Doug Bishop, lead investigator for Adventures with Purpose, and Nick Rinn. He's a diver with the group. So, Doug, obviously not a discovery that you necessarily wanted to find, but you did. Tell us how it happened.
Gotcha.
You know, we've developed a unique skill set over the years here with cold cases, you know, and we use those tactics in this particular case. You know, we specialize in sonar, particularly in discovering vehicles underwater, you know, linked to missing persons cases. You know, it's not necessarily a knock on law enforcement, but if you don't know how to use it, you know, that's what we bring to the table. We bring specialty sonar skills to the table, and that was the difference maker in this case here.
And Nick, you're a diver with the group. I don't know if did you dive in this particular situation?
Crime and Justice is training me.
And what did you discover?
So once we were on the water for approximately 35 minutes when I saw something on the sonar that caught my eye. We had 2 separate boats at the time. Doug was in one, I was in one. We saw something on the sonar. I scanned it from different directions, knew that it looked out of place and it was a man-made object. So I called Doug over to get a second set of eyes on it. Once we did several passes over it and confirmed it did look like a vehicle underwater, we relocated our mobile dive unit around onto the shore closer to the location. I put my dive gear on, got in the water and swam out to it and went down, and pretty much within 5 seconds, I recognized that it was the missing vehicle we were looking for. It was upside down in about 14 feet of water. I was at the rear of the vehicle and saw the license plate and instantly right away knew that was the vehicle we were looking for. Then I did a 360-degree assessment of the vehicle, which is a protocol that we do to see the condition of the vehicle and see if there are human remains inside. And during that, I discovered there were human remains inside. So we knew this is what we were looking for. I came back to the surface, informed Doug of what I'd found. He immediately called the family members.
Hey guys, I know we've gone through this already, but I kind of thought maybe we would start at the very end of Kiely's case and work ourselves into Jolissa's case. So if you guys are noticing anything that I'm screwing up really bad, I know some of you guys have your own channels. Please don't hesitate to give some Give me some help. So I'll get back to this. Hey, Arctic Box, nice to see you.
And then law enforcement to get them on the scene.
They said the Rodni family had put out a statement saying, "We are eternally grateful for the love and support you have shown us in the last couple of weeks. We have weathered a storm that is of unfathomable force, and it is purely thanks to the army of warriors, matriarchs, healers, and helpers holding us up that we continue to stand today." Doug, I'll give you the last word about just more broadly what you do. In the commercial break, you told me something I didn't realize, that there are 600,000 missing Americans every year, and that you have thousands of cases where you're being called to ask to help. Final word to you.
Yeah. You know, we're a vessel of the community. You know, if everyone doesn't support our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, subscribing and watching what we do, it wouldn't be possible. There's 600,000 people that go missing every year. And, you know, our purpose is to be a voice for the voiceless and fight for those who can no longer fight for themselves.
You're two great Americans, and we thank you for coming on the show today. And I'm sure that we'll be hearing from you in the future as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So they finished up with this, and now they're heading to Salma, California. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of this. And yeah, if you have anything else you want to add, I'll keep my eyes on the chat best I can and see if I can answer some questions. So Salma, California Police Chief Rudy Alcaraz said on Monday that the investigators are treating missing Jolissa Feuntes' disappearance as a criminal matter. Now, I'm not too sure have you guys all seen the map of where the waterways are and where she was pinging and not pinging? I'm a little concerned about this one. I'm really hoping that if she's out there, that they're able to find her fast, you know, whether she's safe or just bring her home. So authorities have said 22-year-old Salma woman was last seen on August 7th driving alone in her 2011 Hyundai Accent, which also disappeared after stopping at an AWP gas station in Salma, California at around 4 a.m. to purchase some items. Now that's a pretty interesting situation as well. I'll see if we're able to touch base on that as well. But even that stop there is, I don't know, something's a little bit off about all that as well, in my opinion. Nothing leads overtly that leads us to believe that a criminal act occurred. However, Ms. Feuntes has been gone for a long time, and this is not normal behavior for Ms. Feuntes. So we're treating this as a criminal matter. So even from that AM/PM store, they've got her right from the get-go going the wrong direction. And she is a reliable individual. She's not one that likes to go wandering off into the bush, especially on her own. The police chief explained that the department is making its best effort to bring forward a prosecutorial, I got dry mouth, case should the information it receive over the course of its investigation come to a conclusion or to that conclusion. We are going to find Miss Feuntes. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're going to find her. You know, the funny thing is I don't think up until this presser that they had really done anything. And she's been gone since the day after Kiely. So I don't know. I find it a little bit disturbing. Let's see if I got that okay. Yeah, you know, Molly, I can't say I disagree. Something was just really off. So Feuntes' family reported her missing on August 7th at about 8 p.m., the night before she had attended a family party at about 8 p.m., and then went to her grandmother's house to pick up some personal items about 3 a.m., and then headed to the AM/PM station. So a lot of people are saying that she was at like a party, they're saying. It was really a small get together. But there's a possibility that there's a couple people there that might be worth looking into. I think there's two guys that they're not really familiar with that may have been there. So authorities pinged her phone on the morning of August 7th, but the phone did not continue to ping that day, Alcaraz said. Investigators believe her phone traversed the city of Sanger and up through Avocado Lake, Pine Flat Lakes area of Selma, where they have scheduled a search to continue a search for any sign of the 22-year-old. So even this ping, Avocado Lake is it's kind of gated, like it's got a platform in front of it or a structure in front of it, a gate that you can't really get through. So although that seems to have been one of her favorite places, it's highly unlikely that she even went there. No one even noticed her case until AWP. You see, I totally agree, Arctic Fox. But you know what? Whatever I think, whatever it takes to get them paying attention, get them out there, you know? Any form of attention, I think, is probably good attention right now. So, yeah, I know that your channel, Arctic Fox, you cover so much. Um, you're you're a great content provider, in my opinion. I pass on as much as I can. So, it's very rare that a 22-year-old girl has no digital footprint, cell phone, social media, that type of thing. Additionally, from the onset of this, the Fuentes family was adamant that this is not normal behavior for Jolissa, which again does bring concern. And, you know, she had to work that next day. So I don't know. I don't know if this wouldn't happen. She's too reliable. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. I'm going to see if I can do this. I don't know if I'm showing y'all what I'm doing. Oh my word. Okay, how do I stop this? Thank you so much for being Hey guys. Can you see me now? Are we back? Yay! So what I did is I kicked myself out and I didn't get back in properly. I am so going to need to get myself a mod. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I really appreciate it. So I think I'm going to do this. Like I was saying, I don't even quite know how to grab somebody to come up and help me. So I guess I'll start over with this one. Thank you again for having patience. Oh my word. Okay. So let's see, we'll do this and this. And if I kick myself out again, no, we're good. So a missing woman, so this is Jolissa, told her brother that she's going to go to the store and she would be right back. And basically, she went to the store and she vanished. Jolissa's mom, Norma Nunez, told the U.S. Sun that no one had seen or heard from her since 3:30 a.m. on August 7th, when she basically disappeared. Jolissa was spotted on a surveillance video at the petrol station. So that's the AM/PM. And she was there about 4 a.m. She tried to FaceTime her sister at 3:59, but her sister didn't answer. So why did she FaceTime? Did she want to show us something? Was something wrong? You know, very concerning for her mom, right? So I'm hoping I can get that video that shows her pulling up to the AM/PM, getting out of the vehicle, making a couple steps, going back to her vehicle, and then kind of seeming a little peeved. She went into that store. I don't know, to me, there's something going on around this time. At the same time, when she goes in, there's also that fellow that walks by her. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, because when she was leaving the store, she also kind of peeked around the corner to, I don't know, see if someone was there, or she stepped out a couple more steps, looked like she was talking to someone to the left of her, and she turned around, went to the right. So I don't know, it was odd. So this is Jolissa. She's beautiful. Yes, she does. Yes, she really does. And this is the AM/PM where she went in. And you can see she's tapping here. And, you know, there's a little bit of speculation as to whether or not that was her card even. So, oh, is that what that was, Molly? Okay. Uh-huh. There we go. Yeah, okay. Is that how you read it? Yeah, it was different, wasn't it? And that store, I'm also hearing about that fellow that's working. There might be something going on with him as well. Might be interesting to see if we can't find out who he is, and yeah, see if he's even a safe individual to have working at the middle of the night. So in the early hours of that morning, Jolissa tried her sister at 5:25 and again at 5:26. And that was her last known activity, according to her dad, Joey Feuntes. I know she's alive. I can feel it. I'm feeling desperate. I'm broken. said her mother, I really can't imagine, I can't. It gets me in the pit of my stomach. The family has spent weeks scouring the vast countryside. And when they say that, oh my, have they been scouring? They're very impressive. Each home is far apart, Nunez says, and this is her mother. Her whole family, along with Good Samaritans, has been handing out posters with Jolissa's picture and checking everyone's doorbell cameras for any type of clues. Some have used their drones, and right, Doug went out there with his drone. I mean, he's amazing, just amazing. I think he plans on going out again. So, yeah, some have used their drones and been communicating on Facebook groups to coordinate their efforts. But to this point, nothing concrete has come out of the search. Adventures with Purpose, AWP, an Oregon-based volunteer diving team, joined the search Wednesday. So, yeah, see, this is her getting out of her car, right? So, yeah, my understanding is they got there last night and are starting to work today. So, I mean, it's one of those things, right? You hope they find her, but you don't hope they find her. It's yeah. But basically, I guess the only thing is I believe all these families need answers, even if they're horrible. But yeah, this one's a little shady. Let's see here. And she opened her door when she was leaving. I've done my fair share when I was leaving. I've done my fair share of getting into a car, being a bit tipsy and irritated. Okay. Yeah, there you go, right? There you go. I am so glad my drinking days are over. uh, so, as we know, Adventures with Purpose is awesome. They're amazing people. They have very huge hearts. I don't know how they deal with finding these people and being able to get back at it. I admire them. I think about finding Kiely. That's, of course, what's freshest in my mind. I think about that. And I don't know if I could find Kiely and then go looking for another one in the same position. They're professional. Oh, they are. They're they have a very hard job. But their hearts are in it. Hopefully that they sound like, anyways, from listening to them, that they are taking care of their mental health. They're being keeping very aware of it. So that's good. That's good, because to me that just sounds like PTSD every time you find someone. But I admire each and every one of them. I think there's 7 at this point. Yeah, very impressive. Are you serious, Molly? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm very happy that they were able to help find him. Give them, I don't know if it's called peace. I don't know if you ever find peace, but at least you know where they are. That's got to give some type of a little pinch of relief. I don't want to be in that club. These poor people. So, Adventures with Purpose. I'm going to show that as well. So, everybody, Jed Hall in Idaho Falls. Rest in peace. Yeah. Was there foul play, Molly? So, I'm anxious. I don't know what they'll find. I'm nervous about what they'll find. And this is again Jolissa's mom. Salma police said during Monday's afternoon presser that it's very rare that a 22-year-old woman has no digital footprint. Selma Police Chief Rudy Alcaraz said that includes cell phones, social media, bank cards, things of that nature, all of the electronic stuff. Additionally, from the onset of this, the Fuentes family was adamant that this was not normal behavior for Jolissa. And they also said that authorities are treating her case as being criminal in nature. But, again, their contact with the family is, there has been none up until now, up until social media has done a little bit of pushing. And I really do believe it is social media that is helping with all of this. So let's see here. It is believed Jolissa may have gone to the area near Pine Flat and Avocado Lake. Now, from what I've seen, Pine Flat is massive, not just the lake, but the surrounding area. There's acres and acres and acres of open land. So, again, sometimes these can be difficult. Let's just pray. So, Nunez said a friend of her daughter's was killed there years ago. A year ago is what I thought I understood. But so, from what I understand, her friend was, killed there. It wasn't natural causes. It wasn't an accident. So, very disturbing. And that is where she finds her peace. Police say they've spent 288 hours searching the area since her disappearance, using 16 off-road vehicles and covering 1,740 ground miles. There we go. We are doing all we can with the resources we have, Alcaraz says. However, Alcaraz described the area as enormous and said that the authorities continue to use cell phone tower triangulation to refine the search area. The police chief also said that his force has been impacted by COVID. I think they're down something like 6 guys. I could be mistaken, but I think 6. So, you know what? I was talking to someone the other day, like where I am anyways, maybe it's different in the cities, but I literally have not heard about COVID for a very long time. So I'm going to knock on, I guess, glass, see if we can't keep it that way. So let's see. Patrol officers are being pulled to help address any tips that come in. And he also said police department continues to follow various leads in the case. Again, there is a $10,000 reward being offered, and authorities are continuing to search for Jolissa's 2011 silver Hyundai with the license plate 8MP U766. Yeah, this is scary. Anytime that someone is missing, I'm not trying to be inappropriate here, but when it's a young woman, it can be extremely scary. I'm going to see if anything else has come up. Is there anything you guys have to add? What do you think? Is there foul play? See if I can, okay, Business Journal. I'll just see what this is. Yeah, they call her Lisi. Okay, this was 2 days ago. I think so too, Molly. So before I get into this, do you guys think that there was people in that car when she got to that gas station? Was anyone, do you think? Or do you think it was strictly alcohol, I guess? Oh, you know what? I agree. You should be up here helping me. Look at all the information you have. I ended up having to skip out last night on no thanks. I had a dental appointment. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tending to agree with you guys. But what I am curious about, I'm shy. And I'm sitting here and I'm screwing up everything. And you guys are still here. Thank you. Slow and steady, right? Next time I'll make sure I have someone up here and they can help me with my boo-boos. But okay, so I agree with you about it does seem to me someone might be in the vehicle. And let's see here. This is what I wanted to show you. Yeah, because you see, I heard about that yesterday as well, but I don't know if there's been any kind of confirmation, but it's absolutely something to, while we're brainstorming. She tricked me, Molly. That's okay. Sometimes the best way to learn is just to throw yourself into it. And, I'm, like I said, I'm really grateful for all of you guys helping me here. So we'll get her done. We'll get her done. But yeah, back to her car and that, there's so many different opinions. Did she forget something and just, I don't think so. She literally looked to me like she just kind of peeked in the window to see if, I don't know, is she getting confirmation on something or I don't know. I really don't know. Ew, we'll get by the earwax. Jolissa is my baby, and she is so strong. Salma, California, Jolissa Feuntes has been seen on surveillance footage at the gas station. And yes, she's been praying for her daughter's safe return. I love all my kids more than one can imagine. Lissy is my baby girl, and she is the strongest and toughest of my children. She is family oriented and loves everyone dearly. Lissy lights up a room she enters. The last few days, she's been very tough, and we just want her back home where she belongs. So it's also talking about Jolissa leaving that party. We'll just call it like a get together. Right now, because we just dealt with the Kiely case, every time I see that word party, I think of about 200 people. But it really sounds like there is maybe 6 or 7 close family and friends. And I think she may have had one drink at the very most because she did not like to drink and drive. She went to walk away. Yes, Molly. Are you talking about when she comes out of the AM PM? Because I kind of think that's a little odd as well. It's almost like she was like peeking around the corner. But other people have said maybe she has been, a little tipsy and stumbling. So I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I guess it can be taken either way, right? So she left the party, stopping at the AM PM for a snack and her blunt. She reportedly called her sister at 3:59, but she was asleep. She called again at 5:50, 5:24 and 5:25, and those were, I do believe, FaceTime calls. That's what I find too, Molly. See? Beautiful family. And they're a tight-knit family. God-fearing. Jolissa was at my sister-in-law's house the last time I spoke with her before she disappeared. Nunez recalled that. Mother? I believe she was telling me something about her brother. Lissy loved her brothers and sisters. Loved. Meanwhile, Selma Police Chief Rudy Alcaraz said on Monday, to this point, it's very rare the 23-year-old girl, well, she was 22, has no digital footprint. But even with this, I don't know how you guys feel, but I thought that was a pretty crappy presser as well. Again, Molly, I totally agree. She called her brother, and she had to work that next day. So why was she up so late? I'm really confused. I'm really confused. Her sister and brother. Alcaraz also said that authorities were treating Fuentes' case as being criminal in nature since it was not normal behavior for her. She may have gone near the Pine Flats in Avocado Lake. You see, I don't know what you guys think about this either. She wouldn't drive the highway, her family says. So the timing is not right. Okay, I'm going to stop my camera, not the screen. So let's hope I don't disconnect myself again. I'll keep chit-chatting. Oh, Skinny. No, baby. No, baby. Again, very good question. I'm kind of hoping that they interview that guy that was working there. I mean, there's a lot of things. If anyone was watching No Thanks last night, he was even saying that it was a little bit sketchy and that cameras were up, but they weren't working in a lot of different areas. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me either. The one side where that guy that was in the store with her and walked by, his car was parked to the left there. So it would have been really nice to be able to see what kind of vehicle he got into. But someone did say that he went the opposite direction after that. So if that's the case, I guess maybe he's not probable. So again, they are talking about all the hours they have searched and 16 off-road vehicles, 1,740 ground miles, and still nothing. She's just a beautiful girl, just a beautiful young lady. Stressing how urgent it is to find Jolissa right now, Nunez said, please treat this case as if it's your own child. There is an urgency to find her. and we are lost without her. We need her back. Please help bring my baby home. Don't stop praying. Keep searching, and thank you for the love and support, she said to all of those who are helping to search. If someone knows something, please come forward. Jolissa must come home to her mom. We miss her very much, she added. There is a $10,000 reward leading to her whereabouts. Now, I'm not too sure how you guys feel about this, but sometimes I'm wondering, if we can't boost up that GoFundMe or raise more money for that. Wouldn't that possibly motivate people to come speak? When they're $10,000 rewards, I mean, that's a lot of money, but sometimes it doesn't seem like it's enough to give people the motivation to do the right thing. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know someone said they called the store and they answered it in a different name and they made him hold before they said it was the AM PM. Oh, isn't that something? And again, Molly, you would think so, but look at Dylan Rounds. He's got $100,000 and not a soul is coming. Again, with that case, I'll just speak about that briefly, but Dylan's case, I follow it very closely. Okay, if you think it's Brenner, can you put a 1? If you think it's Chase, 2. And just somebody else, maybe 3. Dylan. Oh, I guess we got to get his boyfriend. Kurt, I guess will be 3. And 4, unknown. 3. Yeah. So Dylan 1, Chase 2, Kurt 3. Why do I have Dylan? Oh my word. Brenner 3 and 4. Okay. So yeah, 1 Brenner, 2 Chase, 3 Kurt, 4 unknown. So Kurt, I'm kind of curious. Kurt, do you think he may have done this with Brenner? Or do you think Brenner's out now? In my mind, I can't eliminate him yet. I just can't. And I don't trust him to be honest with anybody that's interviewing him. I don't trust him. They're called cons for a reason. And I don't trust cons, especially ones that seem to be lifelong criminals. Yeah. Yeah, Brenner's just like red flags all over the place. But you know what? Again, so is Kurt. Red flags. But okay, what do you guys think about Don H? Are people just kind of... Because I don't know what's going on with him either. I've been told that he was never really interviewed. I think I heard last night. And believe it or not, in that case, they didn't interview the parents. They've never interviewed Candace or Justin. I don't know how they're going to... That's what I believe too. That is totally what I believe too, because they are very adamant. They are very adamant about him, aren't they? Where'd you go? I don't know much about Dawn either. And, that's kind of like interesting to me because everybody else is in the forefront. Yeah, that's the thing. And again, was it Brenner and Kurt? Possibly? It's just such a sketchy area. You don't really even know what to believe. They're all such bullshitters. Oh my. Let's see if I can. That's true. That's true, Molly. I just want to see if there's anything else that's recent here that maybe we can go through about Jolissa. I'm really going to watch this. I'm going to try and get a little bit, more proficient with StreamYard. I'll try and work a little bit more with Crime and Justice. She's been a great help to me, as has Level Headed. I recommend his channel as well. And Arctic Box. They all work very hard. So, yeah, I don't think I'm seeing too much more back here. The timeline. Do you guys want to look at the timeline with me? Okay, let's see here. Hi. Am I still in the corner? I'm not sure about that. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's take a look at this timeline. Local news. Who's this from? YourCentralValley.com, Fresno. Okay. So, Salma, California. Over 2 weeks since a Salma woman was last seen, law enforcement and her family are continuing to search for answers. 22-year-old Jolissa Feuntes was last seen driving away from a gas station, the AM PM, as we know, near Nebraska Highland Avenue and in Salma at 4 a.m. So this is where she comes out. Yeah, I don't know, Molly. I really don't know. So this is the intersection that she turned the wrong direction from her grandmother's house. You don't need that, my little friend. So she is described at 5'3", 220 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. So at 8 p.m. Saturday, August 6th, this sadly is the day that we lost Kiely. Feuntes arrived at a family gathering. Officials say that Jolissa left the gathering around 3 a.m., the following morning to grab some belongings from home. See, I don't know what might be in there as far as belongings either, what she might have taken. So Fuentes left home after getting the items and drove to the AMPM store located on Arco gas station near Highland and Nebraska Avenues. 4 a.m. Sunday, August 7th, a surveillance camera at the gas station captured. Oh, lost my track of mine. Captured Fuentes pull up to the gas station, get out of her car, and walk inside the business to make a purchase at the front counter. After buying the items, the footage shows Fuentes walking out the door and getting back to her car and turning westbound onto Nebraska Avenue as she drove away. Fuentes' parents, Joey Fuentes and Norma Nunez, say their daughter should have turned eastbound to drive back home to her grandmother's house. Officers say Fuentes appeared to be alone when she arrived at the gas station when she drove her car away. I don't know about this. I don't know. Said it was a small bag, so no. Okay. So at 5:24 a.m. and 5:25 a.m., Selma's father said his missing daughter phoned, made 2 FaceTime calls to her sister that were unanswered. And the Selma Police Department said that Jolissa Feuntes was officially reported as a missing person at 8 p.m. Sunday night. And during that time, they were doing a lot of searches on their own, like large searches. Oh, my word. I can't read what my husband just sent me, but it's good news. But he's got really, really bad potty mouth. Again, Molly, cops say they've seen her car come back to town, but will not tell the family where. No, they say nothing about that. They don't say what time it is. They don't say if they thought she was alone. I don't like that they're keeping that. I don't know how that there's an advantage keeping that away from us. I'm not sure. So on Monday, August 8th, the department launched an investigation into Jolissa Feuntes' disappearance and was able to get an emergency ping on her cell phone. The phone didn't continue to ping later that morning. Jolissa Feuntes' family and friends began to carry out daily searches in the area where she was last before expanding their search efforts through Fresno County. Again, there's that picture. Let's see if we've got. Yeah, the potty mouth. I mean, everyone says how reliable she is, how she always made it to work. Yeah, the AMPM. On Tuesday, August 9th, detectives began to follow up on tips provided by the Feuntes family and used drones to search the area around the AMPM store the woman was last seen driving away from. So why are they sending drones there if they know that they seen her coming back to town? That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Detectives served several search warrants for data relating to Feuntes' social media, banking, and online records, looking for her digital footprint. On Thursday, August 11th, the department received records from the phone company showing that her phone had traveled through Sanger, I think it's pronounced, and pinged at a cell tower in the area of Avocado Lake and Pine Flat Lake. So again, I think that's a little bit confusing to me as well, because I'm not sure that those two places are that close that ping should be getting those two spots. But I don't know how many towers they have out there, and I don't know much about what was going on with her phone. Yeah, it would be interesting to know if she went to the AM PM often or not. And what I'd like to know is, like you said, is she a regular, and how long do they keep their video footage for? And why aren't their cameras working properly? You know, in this day and age? Search and rescue crews from Fresno County Sheriff's Office have been combing through the remote area near both lakes on ground and by air using helicopters. On Monday, the 22nd, the Salma Police Department held its first press conference to discuss details of Jolissa's missing person case. Why do they always say just the same name, like the surname? No problem, Molly. Glad to help. Very glad to help. So, yeah. Why are they flying around an area that they say that she left and had her pings at a total different direction? And then they're going back into town. So where was she in town? What time was that? You know, I think they're so far behind that they think they're first. So, and I almost found that presser. I found it laxing. We didn't get much information. They just kind of talked in circles. And a couple of them, if you watched, they turned beet red. You watch them in the back, and there's that one guy and that one speaker. They just kept getting redder and redder and redder. It's like they knew that they were spewing bullshit trying to cover their butts, in my opinion. This is all my opinion, by the way. This is, and not my professional opinion, because my life has been, I learned the hard way. I learned everything the hard way. So it gives me a very big interest now at this age in trying to help. I didn't have anyone to help me. So it hurts me to see people in situations that I have previously been in, and they don't come home. So I just really want law enforcement to start pulling up their boots. They're doing a piss poor job, in my opinion. There's too many missing kids. There's actually, in my opinion, there's too many crooked cops or lazy. So I don't know. Like I say, this is just my opinion, and it's not a professional opinion. I'm just going through it with you guys, and I love to hear what you have to say because it's enlightening. So I'm very curious if I can find. I would like to find that video of her going through that gas station. Uh-oh. What have we got here? AM, PM. Oh, boy. That's from Kiely's search. And this is just basically talking again about this ping that her phone had. But you know what? Was she with her phone? I don't know. And this Avocado Lake, like I said, there's gates and barriers. So I don't know. And she didn't take drives like this. So that's not gonna get us the video. Let's see if I can find anything else. Videos. Not what I need. One week ago. They're there, guys. Look at that. Nice. Well done, boys. Well, yes. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Just checking to see if on. Okay. Those cars sometimes had human remains. Okay, Doug Bishop said he only got into diving because Adventures with Purpose. He had worked with group founder Jared Lysick, pulling cars out of the river and waterways, and at that time becoming unintentionally proficient at using the sonar equipment. Those cars sometimes had human remains inside of them, so now they want to use those developed skills to help more families, many families. In documenting those experiences, they were able to help a huge following all over the world that allows them to continue their work. With their arrival at Fresno County on Thursday, Doug Bishop has already been in contact with the family. They know that we are not coming in to provide false hope. But at the same time, what we are able to do at the very least is look for them in the eye and tell them where Jolissa is not. And you know what? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Bishop said, I don't know what's going on with me here. I need to turn my reader. Bishop had one clear message to the family. He hopes they don't find her and that she is still out there. My message would be that we don't want to find your daughter, your sister, your niece. I hope she's still out there. This is a very tough message to convey, said Bishop, but at the same time, if it's an accident or something has happened and she is there underwater, I do want to find her and return her to her family so they can have the answers they need. And do you know what? I believe this is strictly their goal. I read somewhere earlier today, okay, Country Star, I don't really, up church something. He has this car that he said he was going to give. Like it's over $100,000, this car, like lots of moolah. So what he was saying is that he was packaging it up, getting it ready to send to these guys. So I'll be really curious to see. I mean, he seems to, yeah, that Hellcat. He did a live saying that he was going to send that Hellcat to Adventures with Purpose. So isn't that something? So this is a very tough message to convey, said Doug Bishop. But at the same time, if it's an accident, you know, they, like he was saying, he can tell them that she is not in certain places. Jolissa Feuntes was last seen driving away from the gas station near Nebraska and Highland Avenues at Selma at 4 a.m. on Sunday, August 7th. Again, she is described as 5'3", 220 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. And I'll give you that car description again. 4-door, 2001 Hyundai Accent with California license plate number 8MPU766. And that's a $10,000 reward for helping to bring this little lady home. I mean, maybe something we can do, we'll see how this goes. You know, if she's there and they find her, all the better, right? But maybe there's a way we can help them with funding, because if this search continues, they're going to need the help. Just want to see, I think this is the one we looked at. Nope. Yeah, a lot of these are outdated now. So is there anything you guys want to talk about? Any information that you might have? So are they implying, I'm just going to look at some of this here that you guys have, I posted a link. Where would I find it? Oh, me too, Molly. I didn't think I was going to make 18. Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Okay, and again, they literally were searching with water poles. Like some kind of sticks. I heard they were about 9 feet long, and they just kind of floated around and dabbed them into the water. Not quite sure what that was all about, but yeah. Let's just look at her for a few minutes while we're finishing off here. Let's find a nice picture. It's a nice one. Jolissa Feuntes. So I read a report in a Central Valley News article. Officials say Jolissa left the gathering at 3 a.m. to grab some belongings from home. So do you think she was planning on going back there then? Backpack and a purse. That's not very much. So are they implying that she had plans to return to the gathering? And how long does it take to get from the gathering to get to the house? Mom says call to brother was 3:30. That was on her way. I think is GMA Grandma's house. Yeah. And she totally turned the opposite way, which is bizarre. And to me, that is actually something that makes me believe that there is possible foul play. Okay. Let's do something else here. Hey, guys. Yeah, that I'm just looking back at that Hellcat. Isn't that amazing? I kind of looked at that car, but oh my word. I mean, yeah, I might be aging, fighting it, but I might be aging. I want that Hellcat. Let me go zipping around the mountains in that Hellcat. Hi, Victoria. Welcome. It's nice to see you. Oh, missing in Georgia. Hello. Oh, I'm trying. Georgia, I'm really trying. I have already kicked myself off the stream once. I still have some learning to do, but everyone has been so great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody. Let's see here. Okay. Yes, the missing hour, if the times they said are, or if the times they say are correct. If Ellie said she was gathering, she got to AM PM at 4, made a stop. That's true. How long was she at her grandma's? And where did she talk to her brother? Because I do believe they live in like the same house. Like I'm wondering why they're doing that. Sorry, distracted. I'm wondering why she messaged her brother when she was in the same house, is what I'm trying to say. It blows me away. I'm a little confused. No, I can't find that. But I was told that AM PM was really close, and I don't think that her friend was far either. It sounds like it was all pretty close. Hi, Alice. Thank you for coming. So, yeah, there's still a lot of questions as far as this case goes. I'm going to try and keep up with what's going on as far as Adventures with Purpose. It doesn't take them very long to cover the waterways. And I think they are set up for 2 now, I believe. Oh, that could be 2. That could be right, too. Mm-hmm. Late note. I'm glad to have you. There's never an issue with late here. So I guess the first thing that's kind of curious to us all is what happened at that gas station. And then after the gas station, it's why she made that turn, the wrong turn, and why her phone is pinging in places that she would never go to on her own. And again, like we were saying, the avocado lake she couldn't get into anyways. So, and I can't say if it was Avocado Lake that her friend passed away, but I'm going to say 80% sure that that's where it was. And then you've got the Pine Flats, again, fair-sized lake, and an extensive amount of land, open land. And then we've got that camera coming back. Now, they keep saying the last sighting was at the AM PM at 4, but we all know that's incorrect because they seen her somewhere else. I don't know. Is that close to Selma? Is that where the other one was at? That other place where 2 people were unalived? Thank you for your support, everybody. I really appreciate it. I thought I'd be sitting here talking to myself, and I was going to do it. So, yeah, I'm curious where... I'm going to look it up. Collier. Let's see here what I can find. Okay. Property records, hotels. Let's try Wikipedia. Alrighty. Oh. So now I'm getting... Okay. Okay. Collier is a city in Fresno County, California. As of 2010 census, the city had a total population of 14,494, up to 11,045 in 2000. The city has one of the state's largest percentage of Latinos, a large majority of who are seasonal migrant laborers who arrive with temporary work in the area's agricultural sector. So, I wonder if that's part of so schools demographics. So is there a lot of crime in this area? What is this? Is this like, what is 69mega.com? Anybody know? So, I'm going to see if I can find a map. I think I'm going to have to move this a little closer. Spam junk, okay. Is there a way to get rid? How do I do that? Block. Found it. Thank you. You guys are so awesome. Okay. Map of USA and Palmer. Okay. So there's not a huge population there. I'm not sure. Geographic facts. Let's see what this says. Can you guys hear me when I'm popping over to this one? Population. Okay, I've got a map here. I wonder if I can bring it up for you guys over here. That's a very good point. Oh, good Lord, type much? On a map. Okay. Okay, so there's a couple things I'm having problems finding here. I just don't want to disconnect myself again. So, map. No. I'd love to find that video. Again, I agree with you, Molly. Okay. Well, guys, I might be finished up here. I don't think. This was interesting. Okay, we know about that. Oh, this might be it. Ah, la la la. Okay, I think I found the video finally. Let's check it out. Thank you, at Adam J. No, it's not all of it. Well, my word. Isn't deja vu? Yeah, that's a most bizarre experience. Well, I'll see if I can find that video. And if not, I think what I'll do is jump off and do a little digging. Okay, let's try this. Mark, get set, go. See, watch this. She doesn't look happy. Oh, far from a pro, but thank you for all your help. Darkness exposed. See, I think this guy is sus. And there's no camera on that side. So is she stumbling or peeking? I don't know. Do you guys want to watch this again? You can't see the video? Better? Can you see the video now, guys? Okay. Here we go. See that guy. So that guy that walked out the door, do you think that's an extra clerk? Or is there someone behind the off balance, you think, eh? I'll try and find the video that you get her coming in as well. Oh, la la la. Hi, you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I've made 5,000 mistakes and everybody is so awesome.
Right?
Uh-oh.
What are you doing now? What's
What
going
am I
on?
doing? Well, trying to find the video where Larissa pulls up in her car, goes in, and then leaves. The only one I'm finding right now is her in the store.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining me, Crime and Justice.
Oh, no problem. Sorry I wasn't here earlier. I was having some issues.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Let's see here.
There's some awesome people in chat. Really awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you need to make some mods, though.
I do.
You need to make some mods because those bots are going to get your channel struck.
What's going to get my channel struck?
Those bots that keep putting stuff in there about porn sites and all that good junk.
Okay. So how do I find myself a mod?
You're going to have to open your YouTube.
Okay. Does it have to be connected to this, or can I do it on my other computer?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Just open YouTube and go into your YouTube studio.
Yeah.
Click into this live stream.
Okay.
All right. Are you in your live stream that we got going right now?
I can go right into the stream. Yeah.
Okay. Do you see where people are making comments?
You bet.
Hover over beside of their name. You should see like 3 little dots come up. Click it.
Little bots?
Little dots. There should be 3 little, when you hover over when you're in the YouTube studio, when you hover over somebody's name.
Okay, I see add moderator.
You see add moderator. Click that, and there you go.
Okay. Do we have any takers? Molly, do you want to come up and help me mod?
You can get 28 Alice. That's a good one. Molly's good. Let's see. Just about I know everybody that's in here, so it's up to you though. It's your channel. It's your channel, so you decide who gets what. I can't tell you how to run that. But.
28 Alice, how about you?
Yeah, I appreciate she's volunteering. She said me.
Yay! Yay! Okay, so go to. Oh, I like that. Thank you. Yay!
Yep, you're in. Okay, good, Alice. You're in. Okay.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, Molly said she's in. Click her. She's in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't get to look at chat much.
That's why when I'm running my streams, I have my live open on the other tab. That way I can pop back and forth in case if I have to take care of an issue in chat, then I'm already got that screen open. I'll have to just click over there.
Okay, kind of like what I've got running up and down right now with the chat, that type of thing.
Yeah, but you can't do nothing with the chat through StreamYard. You have to be on your YouTube studio and click into the live stream. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. The only thing you can do through StreamYard is read the chat and highlight people's comments. You can't mod, you can't block people, you can't delete anything from
okay, so always have the 2 going at the same time, basically.
Yeah, that's your best option is to have them both open at the same time.
Okay.
Plus that way if you can actually click back and forth every now and then and look at your stream and make sure it's still running, because sometimes for whatever reason, like if you play a video that is like a copyright thing, YouTube will block it. They'll black your screen out.
Okay, that's how they do it. Okay.
So you have to kind of watch that, and if they do that, you don't have to end your stream. Just cut the video off and give it a few seconds, and it'll kick back in.
Okay.
I don't know. The first time it happened to me, I freaked out. I was like, "Oh, what did I do? What did I do?" I was like, "Uh-oh, I broke it."
I broke the
internet. But no.
Yeah, I had everybody. I was having such a great time, and I went to click something, and I totally kicked myself off the broadcast.
Oh.
Like, oh no!
I've done that before too.
And how
Throw
is
yourself out?
Right? So is it okay the way I've got my screen set up? Can you see that? How it's?
Yeah. Looks okay to me. If it works for you, then run with it. That's what I say. Everybody's different. It doesn't really matter.
The only reason I'm doing this is I don't know how to not do this. So it was just my.
Okay.
So this was my best option.
Okay. Yeah, you can. If you know what specifically you're wanting to put up, if you're just wanting to share like a news article or one particular video,
yes,
you can go to share tab instead of share entire screen. That way they're not seeing all of your back chat, your control panel and all that stuff. They're just seeing the one screen.
And that's kind of what I want, right?
That's how I do it. But like I said, to each their own. If you're doing it this way, you can still see your back screen and that, and
that's what I mean.
It's really more what you're more comfortable with. It's whatever works for you.
Well, I like the fact I can't see myself very well. That's awesome.
And the only thing about having the separate tab open for what you're sharing is that while you're on that other tab, you can't see and monitor your chat. But if you've got good mods, then you don't always have to be right on top of your chat and monitoring it.
And I've got this where it'll go into like 6 different new. So that seems to help me a little bit because I can go back and forth. And if I think it is like, I think I've got about, it'll break down into about 5 if I needed to.
Yeah, see, my screen will do that, but I can't.
Okay.
Like the way my brain works, I can't focus on 5 different screens at one time because I get lost. So,
well, that's kind of what was happening. Like,
yeah,
like I said, I can't believe I disconnected myself. I'm glad I wasn't kicking everybody else out. At least
it happens. It happens.
Well, and it's kind of learning by fire sometimes. Is
yeah. I mean,
it gets you a little ways.
There. You'll get there.
Slow and steady, right?
Right. I mean, you know.
So
first few times is always a little, hiccups here and there, but you'll get it worked out.
A little bit of a learning curve, but there has been so much to this. Learning to do videos, learning to edit, learning how to work YouTube. You're learning how. I had never used Twitter before. I had never used all these, so it's been a huge. It's awesome though.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning experience, and
I love learning.
It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
And I love learning. Last winter, I was so bored that I took 8 courses on Egyptology.
Oh wow!
My first one was out of Harvard. Harvard gave a course. So, yeah, I got a 98 on that. So
here, there. He's trying to get the bot in the box, and he tipped it over. He tipped the box over on his head. Poor baby.
The poor baby. So, hey, do you have the footage where she gets out of her car, goes into the? 'Cause I'm not finding it.
I do have it. I'm trying to figure out how to share that. Trying to figure out how to share it without sharing my entire screen back here, but I think you can just do it. There's nothing else on here that's really that personal. So let's see what I could do.
I am so excited to have you guys with me and with Crime and Justice. This is awesome. Hi, Radio Gods. There's another channel you guys need to check out. So they keep saying that the last footage of her is leaving that AM PM. Why are they not? I mean, that's basically not the truth because they have more footage of her coming back.
Yes, they do. They have footage of her coming back. Now, I don't know if she came back the same way she went back down Nebraska Avenue or if she took another route.
Right.
But they do have her car on video heading back toward the Avocado Lake area.
Oh, so she was in between the lakes? Or in between?
I know she was going in that direction. She was going back east.
Okay. So I mean,
but I don't know exactly where they picked that footage up at. I don't know.
And how can they be so positive that she was alone in that vehicle?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Obviously, they're not basing it off of this surveillance video. Because this video is very dark to begin with. Mm-hmm. Plus her tinted windows, you can't really tell.
Right. That's the thing. I don't even know if they seen her car. I mean, I don't know where the plates are there, the front, back, or both, but they read the license.
Yeah.
I don't even know with those cameras if they could see who is driving. I mean, those windows are all tinted.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I don't see how that they can say 100% for certain that she was alone in that car.
Exactly, and
it's a possibility that she wasn't.
Yeah, it would be nice, if they could give like a time, even if they don't want to give too much, just kind of give us a time to work around,
Right.
you know?
I mean, the only thing we really know is like her last phone pings was at 5:25.
Yeah. Yeah. And from what I can tell and what I've learned, she couldn't get into Avocado Lake, right?
No, she wouldn't have been. I don't believe she'd have been able to get in there. That place is fenced off and closed.
That's what, yeah.
It's on. They're open like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Right.
So
So,
with it being 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't think she would be able to get in there. Now, the Pine Lake area that's up by the dam, that's a different story. There's no kind of security or anything up there, so it's
exactly.
possible that she could be further up that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
But
haven't.
when I looked it up, where the cell phone towers are out there for that area, there's two towers, and they both would potentially ping to that same location.
Right. Right.
So I mean, she could be in either area, and it would still come to the same cell tower.
Okay. I was wondering about that. I didn't know if they had one between them, which you would basically need, or I wasn't sure how they were figuring it out. Sadly, I found that press conference useless.
Right. All right,
Did you?
share the
What did?
screen? Yeah, share the screen. I've got the video for you.
Okay. Have we got it?
Yeah, it's playing.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. Yeah, see how she's stands there a second, looks back into the car.
She had a key fob, they're saying, so she wouldn't have gone back to check to see if it was locked.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't see her make a motion like she's locking the door either with her key fob.
No. I just find this very interesting.
I mean, unless she left the keys in the car, considering she wasn't going to be in there, but just a very short period of time, that's possible too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know how they could say 100% for certain that she was by herself. I mean, she possibly could be.
It seems like someone might be talking to her there. Like, unless she had a massive brain fluff.
Well, I'm wondering that too. Like, maybe she's just like, oh, well, what was I trying to go in here for? Or do I have, try to make a mental note? Do I have my card? Whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So we were talking earlier. What do you think about that guy when she's coming out of the store? That guy that was behind her and walked out?
Kind of iffy on that one. I mean,
okay.
The family said that they got to review all of the video.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know if that's just the part of the video that's been released to us, or if maybe they saw more than we did.
Right.
But they said to them it did not appear that she was talking to that guy. She looked in his direction, I guess, to see which way he was going.
Yeah.
But then she turned and went toward her car.
Exactly. So do you think she was tipsy? Do you think that's why she kind of had like an odd kind of movement when she was walking out, or just
maybe? But I mean, again, her family has also said that there's no way she would ever drive if she had been drinking.
Right. So they were also saying that she just went to her grandma's to pick up basically clothes to go back to the friends and maybe sleep over. I read a small backpack and a small purse.
Now, see, the mothers said that people are getting that confused.
Oh,
it was a backpack purse. It's all one thing.
Okay.
She carried a small purse that looked like a backpack.
Gotcha.
And
I've got a
like
couple of
the
those.
only things she had in it were like, her wallet and just, regular stuff that you would have in your purse. She did not take any. There's no clothing missing. There's nothing like that missing from her house.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, I don't know, like, I guess I can see where that could get confusing, but I don't know where she was planning on going.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, kind of seemed, I mean, maybe a little odd that instead of taking her purse into the store with her, that she just grabbed her card out of her purse. But I mean, sometimes maybe people, different people do things differently. So.
Well, have you heard that? Now, I haven't been able to verify this, but I have heard that it was not her bank card that she used. That there was no transaction at that store on her bank card. Yeah. So
I've not heard that. I mean, I just, as we see her in the video using a card, I just automatically figured that it was like her debit card.
Yeah, I read it in one of the news
Then I
articles.
wonder if it wasn't a debit card, what it was. Did she have a credit card?
I think she had a credit card as well. But I don't think there's any transactions. I mean, hi, True Crime with Sunshine. Welcome. Nice to see you.
She's 22, Alice. She's 22 years old.
So from what you've learned, was she supposed to go back to the friends for the evening? Have a sleepover and then go to work?
No, from what I was told, she was supposed to go back home.
Okay.
She was supposed to be going back to her grandmother's where she lived.
Right, with her brother, right?
No, the brother was in Fresno. He wasn't even in town.
Okay.
She had called her brother and wanted him to come home and come smoke with her and hang out with her.
Yeah.
But he was in Fresno, so she just decided that she would just go get her blunt wrap and do her own thing by herself.
Right.
So I believe she was supposed to have went back home.
Okay.
Because the mother said she was supposed to have made a right to go back toward the grandmother's house.
Right.
When she left the gas station, and she did.
Exactly. So, what was I going to ask? Oh, there's just so much with this right now. There's just not enough information. So little. Even I did a video on Jolissa, and it was pretty hard to get much for information. She sounds like she's like a super young lady.
Yeah.
Loyal, caring, hardworking.
Honestly, I would be interested to see her phone records.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know when she couldn't get the brother to come hang out with her, and she couldn't get in contact with her sister. I'm wondering who in her close circle of friends would she have called?
Exactly. And another thing that I get a little curious about is if she had to work in the morning, why was she looking for people to talk to at 4:00 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning? She should be in bed sleeping to get ready for work, which I think would be her normal routine.
Right. See, that's what I'm not sure of. I'm not.
Do you find it odd as well?
Yeah, I mean, I really do, but I don't know. Maybe she was, having some difficulty sleeping. Maybe she's having insomnia, and it was just one of those days. I don't know if she has those type of issues or not. But.
And a blunt will put you to sleep if you,
right.
And it would also explain munchies at the store.
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't buy anything else though.
No, she didn't.
She only bought the one
paper,
cigar.
I think. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Fresno's not that far away from Selma. They're pretty close together.
She did seem upset. Let's see here. I thought so as well, Molly.
Yeah, yeah. That kind of struck me as odd too. The way she kind of jerked the door open real quick, like like she was just kind of frustrated. I don't know.
Yeah, agreed.
But I'm wondering, like, in that video of her inside the store, the clerk guy there was talking to her. So I'm wondering if he could have said something to her that made her mad or something.
Well, isn't he a little suspect as well? Isn't there something going on with that guy?
See, I don't know. I don't know. I do know that Doug tried to talk to him and he wouldn't talk to him. So.
I was told that place is very suspect, that good things don't necessarily happen in that AM PM. But again, it's not something I've confirmed, and it's all just worrying.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But they did put drones around. Maybe that's why they droned that area, because they are a little bit suspect. Maybe they've got a past there.
Right.
I did a little bit of reading on Fresno, and they've got lots of things happening there.
Yeah, Lacey and I agree with that. I think she was too. I think she was in some kind of trouble when she was trying so desperately to get a hold of her sister.
I agree.
I think something was going on.
Yeah.
Whether that was somebody was following her, somebody was, making her feel uncomfortable wherever she was at.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me is I've been seeing a lot of people from that area that are posting on Facebook now, telling their stories about how, I guess there's like really creepy guys around there.
Right.
That, like, one woman said that she was driving down I don't remember what the number was of the highway, but a truck pulled up beside her at the red light and kept motioning to the front of her vehicle like something was wrong with it, and trying to get her to pull over.
Oh.
She said she went on down to the next business and pulled over in the parking lot where there was a lot of vehicles.
Yeah.
And they made the block and the truck made the block and kept going.
Oh.
And she said she got out and looked, and there was nothing wrong. Her tires and everything was fine. There was nothing wrong with her vehicle.
A girl I went to school with, and this is a small town. She moved into the city, and she was working at a fairly busy pub. And she only worked there for about 12 days or something like that. And some guy took a liking to her, started to follow her home, put pretend cop lights on. So she stopped, got her, took her out, did whatever he did, and shot her in the head. Him and his father, when the press was around and they were doing the searches, him and his father were searching for her.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah, after he was.
It happens a lot.
And then he kind of offed himself in prison. And that just pisses me off. I have to say, they take somebody's life and then they take a coward's way out. It just is kind of infuriating, because that family needed more answers, and he took them all with him.
Yeah, I mean, that's sad.
So Lacey's saying sex trafficking is big there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is a big issue.
Is there a corridor? Like, is there a corridor for this, or is it just everywhere?
usually in your big cities, it's any place that's close off the interstate, so that there's a quick in, a quick out for these people.
So, and around like the Mexican border there,
Right.
being it's so close, does a lot of
Yeah.
stuff
I mean,
happen that's bad?
yeah, that's definitely bad too.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
So I mean that's really, I mean, that's one of my thoughts, is that's a possibility.
Okay.
But then you got to think, okay, if somebody did, if they got her to pull over, if they did the whole, oh hey, your tire's going flat deal, and got
Yeah.
her to pull over,
Yeah.
what then do they do with that vehicle?
Well,
How
that's
do
the
you
thing.
how do you get rid of that vehicle?
That's the thing. Yeah.
You would
Yeah.
think that we would find her vehicle on the side of the road somewhere if that was the case.
This is why I tend to think water. There, how do you hide that car? Chop shops. There's probably a lot of chop shops in that area.
I've heard there's at least 3.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, right, Alice?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think
I've heard there's at least 3 of them. I don't know where they're located or who runs them, but that's what I've been told, that there's at least 3 out there.
Okay. Okay.
That they will they'll steal vehicles from other areas, take them out there and part them out and get rid of them.
Wow. Most of those they're taking without humans in them though, aren't they?
Yeah. They're just, stealing people's cars.
Yeah.
But
It's the chop shops are there.
it's definitely there.
I'm such a fan of Adventures with Purpose. I've probably watched up until I started doing this actually, because this takes a lot of time doing the videos and what have you. But I love that program.
Yeah.
Well, they're so efficient, and I think they have hearts. I think their hearts are in this. So
definitely, they're definitely doing. They're doing everything they can for all of these missing people, and
yeah,
I really wish people would, especially law enforcement,
mm-hmm.
would give them a little bit more credit than what they do.
Absolutely. Instead, they get
I
embarrassed.
Get it, exactly. I mean, I don't know if it's a jealousy issue because they've got better equipment or what, but I mean, why can't they work together?
Well, and that's the way I see it. Like, there's not really a reason why they can't.
I mean, because in my opinion, when it comes to finding a missing person, it's not a competition.
Exactly.
It's not a competition. It's not about who can do the most, who's the best, who's whatever.
Exactly. And the way I think
it's about
is
teamwork and coming together to find the missing person and to give their family that closure.
Exactly. And I think that they should be, instead of being offended by this group, why don't they start inviting them in when they know they don't have the equipment or the training?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if maybe if they were a little bit more cooperative and a little bit more group effort going on, Adventures with Purpose could not only help them with their cases, but help them to get the equipment they need and train them so that they can start doing this, and they can start maintaining by themselves.
And that's exactly it. Adventures with Purpose, they don't charge much for anything. I'm sure that they would. The guy that trained Doug and Jared, he was actually out there when they found Kiely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he would be, I don't know what his interests are right now, but he's the perfect guy to be out there possibly training law enforcement, because he trained 2 of the most top-notch divers and searchers that are out there. And maybe Jared, when he gets, I don't know what direction he's going to go right now. He's busy putting other groups together and what have you. So, if they work together, I mean, wow, what they couldn't do.
Right.
Well,
Alice, you got a point there. And it could be an insurance issue. I mean, but surely there would be some way that they could work that out. I mean, if nothing else, have Adventures with Purpose sign a waiver.
Exactly.
That's all you can do.
Exactly.
Sign a waiver saying that we understand the risks involved in what we're doing, and we hold nobody personally responsible if something happens.
Exactly.
I mean, all they got to do is have them sign that waiver, get it notarized, and it'll hold up in any court. It's good to go.
And I mean, you bring them on a contractual basis. They've probably I'm sure they've got all their own insurance. They've got all of that stuff. So just like if you were building a house and you have to bring in carpenters, you're the company, but you have to, it's no different. They come in on a contract, they do their job, and they leave. And that company that's brought in contractually, they have all their own insurance. They have all of that stuff.
Right.
And with how on top of things that AWP is, I'd be very, very surprised if they didn't have some kind of top-notch insurance. Oof. Duh. Yeah. I agree with that as well, Alice. They're afraid if they allow it, then it would open the doors to a number of vigilantes that have their heart in the right place, but are not as well equipped as AWP or as diligent. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I could see where that would be an issue. Like, there's a lot of people that want to go out and do this and want to go out and help, and from the outside looking in, they may think it's easy. Oh, that's not a problem. I could do that, but
no way.
Then once they actually get into it, it's totally different story. So,
I
could definitely see that.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, that has got to be one of the hardest jobs ever. I mean, physically, it's demanding, emotionally, mentally. I mean,
oh yeah, I couldn't.
What those men seen bringing Kiely's car out is mortifying to me. It disturbs me that they have to deal with that, and then possibly 2 days later. I mean, I guess you get used to it, but to me, it's just, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think that's really something you ever get desensitized to. Really, I don't.
Yeah. I have to agree. It's.
I mean,
but they're not going to stop. They're going to keep doing their darn jobs, and they're good at it.
Yeah, I mean, they after Jolissa, they've already got another one lined up that they're going to go to.
Yes, that 75-year-old from San Luis Obispo or Obispo or.
Yeah, they're gonna go look for her next.
I mentioned. Mm-hmm.
Sadly, that must be a cold case because I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it is.
I definitely need to look that up and see.
I mentioned her in my last video.
Yeah.
And yeah, she is a cold case by quite a bit, I think.
Well, that's what I figured. It must be one from a really long time ago.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, how amazing would that be if they could find her too? That would be great.
Oh, maybe getting a twofer will help people understand what they're doing. Don't look for fault. Just let them do their thing. They're really good at what they do.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it shouldn't have anything to do with ego. That's ridiculous. Like those men, when they give that press conference, did you see how red their faces were going?
Yeah, and that guy claiming, oh, well, they never called us. They just went straight to social media and posted. No, they didn't.
I don't believe that for 2 minutes.
I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that at all.
No,
I've watched enough of their videos to know the first thing they do is
the family.
put a buoy on the vehicle, put a float on the car so they can go back
Yep.
out to it. They get out of the water, they back away, they call law enforcement, they call the family, and they wait.
Yes, exactly.
They do not run straight to social media.
No. And with their update, look at how careful they were.
Yeah.
With their wording, they made sure to say that it, they're pretty sure that it's Kiely. There was only one person.
No, I think that guy was just throwing them under the bus because they didn't call him first. Apparently.
Well,
apparently he I guess he feels like they should have contacted him personally.
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord.
I mean, that's the way he made it sound anyway. He sounded like he was a little upset that he didn't get to take their phone call.
Well, and then with Kiely, they're saying all the grandparents didn't know. Well, again, BS, because look at that picture of her grandfather sitting there on the sand,
right,
watching. Like, that is heartbreaking. And again, it's bullshit. Like, if they didn't tell them, how did they get there?
Right. And Becky, that's a good point too. Sometimes law enforcement is already out there. I think they should be.
Yes.
If they know that Adventures with Purpose is coming out to search for a vehicle,
yep,
that's gonna potentially have a body in it,
yep,
they need to have at least one officer that is out there in case they do find something.
I agree, 100%. 100%.
I get it. They can't have a whole team of people out there waiting around all day, if that's what it takes. But they could afford to dedicate one officer.
Absolutely. And you're right, they should. I mean, if they decide that they're going to be part of this, it's going to help. It's not, this stuff hinders the next case that's coming, the jealous. There's no reason for the jealousy and the insecurities as far as their jobs.
Right.
And AWP is so generous in saying, we worked with these guys, they've been great, they've been this and they've been that, and thank you. And they're not getting the respect back.
I wonder, I'm wondering how the Selma Police Department's interacting with them now. With Jolissa. I wonder if they're going to be more accepting of their help. I mean, we've seen their search and rescue equipment, and we clearly know they need help. So
clearly,
I mean,
what was it? A 9-foot stick?
Yeah, they had a little fishing boat and a stick. Yeah, they're not moving mountains with that. I'm telling you, not moving mountains with that.
Oh my goodness!
I wish there was some way. It is. I mean, but I wish there was some way to get. I don't know. Maybe they could ask. To get some kind of like state funding or government funding to get.
Oh, exactly.
At least some basic equipment that they would need. I mean, they ain't got to start out. They ain't got to start out with the top of the line stuff, but at least something better than what they have now.
Well, yeah, They got a long ways up that they can go after a stick. I mean, they got lots of room for improvement.
Even if they got to start out, with the very low level basic stuff, they would have more success than going out there blindly with the stick poking it in the water. I mean,
oh my word! I mean, I literally just about peed my pants laughing when I found out it was a stick that they were using. It's like, oh my God, are they now going to say they cleared the lake? You don't have to worry about it.
It is funny, but it's sad at the same time. It is
sad. It's pathetic.
It is sad that that the police departments don't have the stuff that they need to be able to search for their missing people and to be able to try and help these families.
But what do you think about that You know, when Doug was there and he was asking the police to put that missing poster on their entrance.
Yeah, we don't know if they ever put that up or not.
Well, that guy took that paper as if it had the plague on it or something.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, looking like, oh, I have no idea where I would put this. There's just no room.
There's just no room for this. There's just,
Yeah.
And I gotta
I'll have to ask the supervisor.
Gotta ask my supervisor. Like, what the hell?
Exactly.
That, I mean, unreal.
That's what I said. I'm like, go back over there with your own roll of tape, stick it on the outside of the door, and leave it. That way they got no choice, but at least they'll look at it until they come take it down.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd be very curious if that was still there. I'd be very curious if they put it up.
Yeah, I want to know if they ever actually put it up.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It amazes
if they
me.
didn't, if they didn't actually put it up, then what people need to do, since that police building is paid for by the citizens' tax dollars, they need to go print out a bunch of those flyers and wallpaper all over the outside of that building.
I agree.
I would.
I agree.
I would go out there with some duct tape and just tape it all over the side of that building. You didn't want one picture of her? Well, here's 25.
100. Here's 2,500.
Exactly. Here you go.
Exactly. I don't get
a big old banner and just wrap it all the way around one of their police cars. There you go.
There you go. The big bow on top.
Exactly.
Oh my word. Yeah.
I wonder now if they're gonna come out with another press conference since AWP's there.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, because you know all the news crew, all the news people are showing up.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Everywhere they go, they have news people show up. So,
well, did you notice before they found Kiely, all the articles, all of the mainstream media were saying a rogue group of divers are going to be like a rogue group.
They're just trying to make them look bad. I mean,
well, good luck with that. I have never seen these people do anything but kind things, and they're still down to earth. Like Doug, that man again wears his heart on his sleeve
all the time. I mean,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
That's one thing I wish they would stop. Stop grouping all of us together.
Exactly.
Stop making the general statements. Oh, everybody on social media is horrible. They're all just looking for this and that. And like, stop.
Yeah. I mean, these are people that don't understand that there are people out there that like to help and expect nothing back in return. I mean, I have taken in so many broken people. I've had so many pets. People know that I can't see anything. Being hurt or in a hard situation. So I have ended up with the most bizarre animals because they know I won't say no.
Right.
So
unfortunately, I can see that right now. That's probably how I'm going to die, trying to pet something I should have left alone. That's probably how it's going to go. Here, alligator, gator, come here.
Come and see me. I got something for you. Not my arm.
Do you like chicken nuggets?
Right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! I remember
it's probably either going to be that, or it's going to be my sarcastic mouth. oh, you got a gun? A gun? Seriously, what you going to do? Shoot me?
That's me. That is me.
He did.
Oh, but he did.
Well, look what you done with gun.
Oh no! Is this the same fellow that we were talking about previously? He's harsh. my ex chased me around with a chainsaw. Well, he thought he was going to chase me. He got this thing going, vroom, vroom, and it was like, and I burst out laughing. What the hell are you going to do with that? Like, are you kidding me right now? And I guess
that's never a good idea. You shouldn't start laughing at them.
I couldn't help it.
I
was
know.
just like, you dumbass. What do you think you're going to do with that? Like,
been there, done that. I mean, sometimes it's like an involuntary nervous response when you laugh whenever something really shouldn't be funny.
I'm there too. Yeah, exactly.
Laughing at a funeral's the worst.
Been there. Isn't that horrible?
Don't recommend, but hey, it happens.
And that's that nervous giggle that we get. Yeah, it's I have to leave now. Yeah. No.
See the problem with that is like one person will start laughing, and then like you look at them and you're like, oh. And then like they're not reading your facial expression, so then the next thing you know you're laughing, and you're like, oh, did we really do this? It happens.
I think I've told you my son's a psychologist, and he's told me that there's something in me, something in my brain that doesn't react properly to fear.
Right.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know how I would change that. That's kind of the way I've always been. But he's like, Mom, that's so dangerous. And I'm like, I don't know any better. Like, if someone comes at me, I come back just as hard. And he's like, no, you say, okay, and walk away. I'm like, no. I didn't get here easily. I'm not going to give up now.
See, that's always my problem. I'm like, people want to start acting funny. Well, I'm going to show you what hilarious looks like. Let's do it. That's it. Exactly. You want to act crazy? I'm going to show you crazy.
I'm going to show you crazy.
I'm going to show you crazy because I got papers and I'm certified and I'm better at it than you are. Let's go. That's always the problem.
I got the paperwork to prove it.
Exactly. Don't make me do it. I'm certified. Don't play with me. Don't play. This is not a playground you want to be on. Yeah,
no, get out of my sandbox.
6 feet. You want to back it up.
Well, and I'm the same. Just through life, different things that have happened. I definitely have a bubble around me, and no one wants to enter it.
Right?
Yeah, but mind you, at the same time, I'm also, if I see my friends, like I'm hugging and happy and excited, totally different human than if somebody's come at me.
Right.
Or one of my friends. It seems to set off that PTSD a little bit too when I see my friends getting attacked.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Definitely
yeah.
Does.
I think most of us like that have PTSD, we all have kind of strong reactions when it comes to, there's definite triggers. Speaking of which, do you know who popped on earlier today?
Yeah, I saw that. I was totally just gonna wait up. That's one of those run, don't walk. Gotta go.
Gotta go now.
Nice to see you, but gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my word. How did I don't even know how he found me. I don't think he follows me on anything.
Well, anytime you're live on YouTube, people can find you. It pops up on their.
Oh, does it?
page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Extremely new. Trying to start this morning on my own, it was like, oh my word. Okay, I think I'm supposed to do this, and I think I'm supposed to do that, and then I delete myself out of there. And yeah, I agree with you, Pedals. I totally agree. It can turn into a shit show real fast.
A blanket fort. Yay, blanket forts. Crayons, cool. Well, Alice said she's going to blanket fort crayons.
I like it.
Right?
Here I come. Yeah. Agoraphobia. Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia. Yeah.
What's that?
It's the fear of people in public places.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think I verge on that.
I do okay with small groups, but if there's a lot of people, that's like, no, not gonna happen.
Yeah. I thank you, Molly, very much. Yeah, the more things
usually
that
like
happen,
if I go, like if like if me and Mom go to the go shopping or something together.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a bunch of people in there and it starts getting to me, I will straight go back to a child and start pretty much just showing my ass. And she's like, "Yeah, it's time for us to go."
Yeah.
I will be walking through the store singing. I will be pushing buttons on everything down the aisle. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yep, I'm fine."
Fine.
I'm like, how much longer do you want to stay in here? Because I think I want to go unfold some towels. She's like, "Yeah, we gotta go. We probably should." Oh, yeah, that'll wear.
I'm getting to the point now where
child.
I might be able to go into a restaurant and have supper with my husband. I might be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's all those people, It's just too people-y out there. I like it. It's why the mountains are great for me, because actually the people you do meet out there, they're pretty much close thinking as me. People aren't out in the bush because they want to socialize a large amount, Our socialization is putting on a pair of boots and trying to go find a waterfall. I can deal with that. Small groups, or you meet somebody with the same interest, say hi, and then you say bye and never see them again. It works wonderful.
Exactly. Yeah, loud noises I can't do. I can't.
No.
I can't deal with people raising their voice, people being loud.
No.
Cannot do it.
No. I can't deal with bullies. That's probably one of my biggest triggers, is seeing somebody being attacked by another human.
Right.
I have a very, very, very hard time with it, and I always have ever since I was little. If someone was picking on, I didn't even have to know the person, but I would walk over there and it wasn't very big, but I'd go over there and grab the person that was being bullied and get them out of that situation. I mean, I was in grade 1 and 2 doing this. So it just, yeah, I can't watch it. So when you see these people that are actually harming others and they're doing this intentionally, it doesn't compute.
No.
I feel myself get cranky. Yes. Yeah, I like it. I like this area has been very kind to us. We do our thing. Everybody out here friendly. They keep to themselves. I think I mentioned it the other day. The biggest thing that happened was that fellow a couple years ago that went running around Main Street, which is like literally just 3 streets. But he is down there butt naked running around. That's been the that's been the worst of it so far. Yeah. You know what? I think that a lot of us have that issue where it comes to, I mean, we're not kids anymore. We've learned a lot. So we do start to make our bubbles a little bit smaller. We realize that a lot of those people we think are friends are actually acquaintances, and to be a friend is a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
You stay with your family, Georgia. Yeah. You see, and other than my son, I got away from mine.
Most of my family I can't even stand to be around, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
But most of my family, I'm like, no.
No, no, no.
I mean, they'll have big family get-togethers, like holidays, Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, miss me with that, please. I'm like,
Oh,
not
yeah.
interested. I'm like,
No,
but
no.
I mean, it's not that I'm not interested. Like, I want to go,
That's a major anxiety
but
attack
I
for me.
can't go. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
want to go, but yet I know that it's not going to go well.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm just
absolutely.
going to avoid it and stay home. I usually come up with an excuse.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, to me, that's a total anxiety attack.
But then, well, now for the most part, they've got to where they don't even invite me anyway. Because I guess it's because of that. But then I'm like, dude, I'm like, that's kind of rude. You could have at least invited me. I mean, at least give me the opportunity to tell you that I'm not coming,
Come on, I need to be able to shut you down.
I'm like, at least invite me. I mean, I'm still family, even though I never show up, Well, I mean,
I'll come if I can
seriously,
bring Buddy.
usually most of the time when I do show up, I end up sitting in the corner by myself and nobody talks to me anyway. So I'm like, what's the point? I can just sit at home by myself and be much more comfortable and happy.
Exactly. Exactly. I think we get to the age where we realize that we can make our own family. It doesn't have to be blood.
Right.
Sadly, my family is the one side, extremely toxic. So just to keep myself okay, I don't do anything with that side. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, my mental health is important. So, I mean, as important as everybody else's.
Exactly.
We are family here, Radio
We
Gods. I
are.
appreciate you. Yeah.
We are. We've made our own little center family over here.
Well, it's great. And I'm really glad you guys include me. You've taught me lots. I really enjoy spending my time with you. Like, you're very, very knowledgeable. And I adore Doug. I mean, he's been a help to me,
Yeah, I mean, he helps a lot of people. He does what he can for anybody that he can.
I see that.
He always has for as long as I've known him. I mean, he's always been a great person.
Yeah.
He's never done anything wrong to me.
And I've never seen him do anything wrong. He's extremely kind. He will give the shirt off his back if someone needs it.
I mean, does he get fed up with people's BS? Of course he does. We all do.
We all do.
I mean, that's only human, but that doesn't mean that he's a bad person that everybody tries to make him out to be.
He is a great person.
That's what people like to do.
Mm-hmm.
They like to poke and push and prod until they've pushed you to your limit, and then whenever you lash back at them, they turn around and use it to say, "Oh, look, they're doing this because they're on drugs. They're drinking. They're this. They're crazy."
Oh, my goodness.
That's all part of that whole gaslighting thing. And
absolutely. But people that have gotten to know the both of you, it doesn't take watching too many programs to understand the heart that you both have.
Right. I mean, we definitely, we do what we
absolutely.
can. I mean,
absolutely. There's so many creators out there that want to call themselves true crime, but I don't know if the heart is in that. I don't know sometimes if the motivations are proper. I just really am interested in getting the word out on there's so many. I mean,
there is. It's for me, it's one of those things where I feel like I want to save them all. I want to be able to save everybody, and I can't.
And I feel the same way. Yeah. Was that a hard day for you as well?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, me too.
It was, but honestly, I knew that morning when I got up that was going to be the day. So
did you? Yeah. But do you find that there's not a way to prepare yourself completely?
No, there's
Yeah.
not. I mean, that's just like with the Harmony Montgomery thing when they came out with that. I mean, we all knew it.
Yes.
We all knew that there was no way she was going to be found and be okay. But still, hearing them confirm it, it's still.
Oh, it's like
it's so heartbreaking.
It literally makes me feel sick. Like literally feel sick. You just like you said, you want to help everybody, and if a person could, I would just put a blanket over everybody and give them nothing but good.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand these brains. I don't understand. Did you, Molly? Yeah, Molly.
Definitely.
Yeah, the same. I had to take a breather. And then, your breathers are kind of brief and you get into the next one.
Right. I mean, of course, we're all glad that Kiely was found. I hate that it took that long.
Yes.
I hate that it took that long to find her, but I am thankful that she was found and that
absolutely
her family is, going to be able to, process this and put their life back together now.
Yeah, exactly. They'll get the answers they need from the autopsy, and then they can work on healing.
Oh, I hope they get the answers they need. I mean,
yeah.
I've seen, I've seen autopsies and them come back and then be like unconclusive.
Isn't that awful?
It is, and then
yeah,
and then they're wondering and waiting years, for somebody else to look into it and see if they can figure it out, and it's a hard thing.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I'm glad they were able to find her for her family. And I hope, Doug and his crew, like they always say, if she's not there, at least you know where she's not.
Right.
I know that they've had to go back and do second searches, but you know what? They went back and did the second search. They're professionals.
Right. I think, with Jolissa, I think, if they search that, I know they're searching the Avocado Lake. Not confirmed, but I'm fairly certain they're going to go to that Pine Flats area up by the dam.
Right.
And there may be one more area out there that they're going to be looking in. If she's not in any of those three, then there's a very good chance that she's not in the water anywhere.
Okay. What about that King River?
Yeah, King River's probably could be a possibility. I mean, they may go into there, but
so that I don't know much about that King River except that I heard it was flowing, but I don't know if it's a big river or
it's like flowing. It's pretty fast flowing.
Okay.
But my thing is, where would her vehicle have a chance to go off in there at? That's
yeah. See, I haven't been able to. Yeah, YouTube is a lot like high school. I use that block button. Lots.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you love it whenever there's like a bunch of chat that goes by and it's just little gray dots on the side. You're like, yep, those are the people I tried to get rid of.
Oh.
You're like, yeah, those are the people I didn't need.
Unreal.
It happens. I've got a few of them.
Wow. And it makes you wonder, like, I see some pretty large creators with large followings.
Yeah.
And nobody shares their stuff. It's like, aw.
Right.
Well, I like to watch people that have 1 million viewers because I can learn something.
Yeah, a lot of those channels, if I watch it, even if it's on a live stream, I turn the chat off. I don't even bother with the chat.
Oh, Exactly. I just like to see their
Don't even
technique
bother.
and how they.
You know.
Yes.
Or most of the time, honestly, I'll just put it on in the background while I'm doing other stuff, so I'm just listening.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That's usually what I mean. But honestly, it's been a long time since I've even watched anybody else. I don't.
Well, you're so busy.
I don't really much have time for it. I'm kind of like doing my own thing and
Yes.
got about 15 different things going on. So
Yeah. And how many cases are you working on right now?
let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. That'll keep you busy. That'll keep you busy.
I got 4 that I'm pulling information for, and then I've got a whole list of other ones that I check on daily. So
Good for you. Good for you. So you go in and you check probably the cops' websites. Is that the best way to do that?
I check police websites. Check like a lot of the families have their own find them missing. Kind of like that,
Okay.
like they have for Jolissa.
Right.
A lot of the
Okay.
families have their own websites on Facebook and on like different Twitter pages, Instagram, things like that.
Absolutely. Okay.
Go in and check those, see if there's any updates, and if I've got contacts for any of them, I'll reach out to them and be like, hey, is there anything new going on, anything new we should know about, or a different avenue we should look at, and this and that. So.
Good for you. That's awesome. That's awesome. I admire you. I enjoy learning from you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
If you want to share the screen, we'll look at the Kings River if you want to.
Okay.
Get that off the screen. This is what we're talking about, Kings River.
Okay.
Which let's see here, when was this map? This map was updated. It just says 2022. It doesn't give me a month, but it's recent. Yeah, I mean, see, there's some areas where it's kind of shallow.
Yes. Yes.
But it opens up through here. But what I'm trying to find out, okay, there's Avocado Lake.
Right.
Where is there a road close enough for her vehicle to have went off in this Kings River?
Well, that's what I was kind of
watching. That's the problem I'm having. Is
absolutely.
Because the road is way back over here.
Back up where you were showing where it was kind of shallow.
Now there's like an access through here if you cut through the orchard.
Oh yeah. Okay.
These are orchards here.
Okay.
If you cut through there, there's the farm truck accesses to go around the perimeter.
Right.
But I would think if you're driving a vehicle back there, they're going to notice some obvious tire tracks.
One would think, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, and through here, I don't even know how you would get a vehicle through there. I mean, maybe come in that way. But that right there is look, that's just like a little tiny sliver off of that river. So there's no way.
And there's no way to get to that even, right?
Yeah. But even if you could, if a vehicle was there, it's not deep enough for it to sink. It's just going to be sitting there.
Okay. And the darker it gets, the deeper the pockets?
Yeah.
Is that how it's working on this map? Okay.
Yeah.
So on the other side, over here, so north, what is that? Pedra Road? Does it get at one point close to that river?
Right here.
Right there. So.
See, right in this area it would.
Oh, yeah. And that water there does look deep. I mean, it looks like there's a bit of a bank. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Yeah, it's running off that dam lock right there.
Okay. So in your mind, like to me, that's a definite place to look.
It's a possibility. I mean, that's definitely something worth checking.
Did Doug drone this?
Well, I know he did the Avocado Lake. I know he went around this area.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about the other part. I mean, if he did, he did not tell me about it. But
see, I'm also looking for a vehicle, like places for foul play, just to have dumped her. So I see like there are some like little goat trails.
there's Winton Park, which really doesn't look like much. There's really not a place you could hide a vehicle in here.
No.
But honestly, I think if it comes down to that, if it's a situation other than her getting in an accident and running off the road, I don't think she's going to be found with her vehicle.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So are at this point, are you leaning in a certain direction?
This road, I mean, the river up through here gets pretty narrow. Doesn't look like it's as deep either. So if she's in that Kings River part, it's going to be back down here by the back down in this area here.
Yeah, I agree.
It looks like it pretty much runs out right there. But again, I don't know how old this map is. It says 2022, but I mean that's.
Does that river? So does that go all the way up to Pine Flats?
Follow it. I think it does. But yeah, I mean, see how it kind of.
Yes.
It gets narrow and there's rocky and all that kind of stuff there. It opens back up this way. Yeah, see, because that turns into Pine Flat Road. So yeah, it definitely goes. Yeah, there's another bridge off that. Yeah,
another dam.
Yeah, there's the Pine Flat Dam right there.
Okay.
And then this is Pine Flats.
I didn't realize that was dammed off as well.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's where and this is all opens up to water here. That's where that inlet is.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that looks weird.
The green?
Does it look green and purple to you?
It does. Yeah, I see.
Get it when you zoom in. That looks almost like a fingerprint or something.
Isn't that? It does.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, are there much for accesses to get into this spot? Oh, I seen something across. Look at that.
What is that?
That's bizarre. I have no idea. Big green vehicle?
Like a cargo container. Like a shipping container.
Yeah, eh? It kind of does.
I don't know if it's just like the bounce back resolution from the satellite or if that's actually there. Though. That's weird.
That is bizarre.
It is. Like you can, even if you zoom out, you can still see it.
It's still there. Yeah.
So,
I'd love to be able to.
That's weird.
Maybe, I mean, different circumstances, but this looks like a beautiful spot to go out. I'm a rock. I like to rock hound.
Right.
I could spend days in a place like this. No people.
See, this whole Pine Flat area, it's a big area.
It really is. So for access ways into this, have we got much?
Let's see here. That's the only way I could think of. You can go if you're. I guess it depends on which side of the Kings River you want to go on.
Yeah, they probably know the area, so they would probably. I mean,
this side up here is going to take you away from it.
Okay.
Unless you turn you can turn by the post office there, and it heads you back up into this part. Follow that road in. Or if you're on this side over here, let's see, back down. Yeah, there's only the two roads. There's this Hydra or the Trimmer Springs.
Right.
That's the only two main roads that are going to take you in there.
Are those little dirt roads in there? Like.
Yeah.
So on the other side there, like if they know that area, they would know where they can pop in and out and where all these little side roads are.
Yeah, these are like little access paths.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. And there's absolutely no way to get into Avocado Lake except for that one spot that's closed at night.
That's what I understood, that it's closed off.
Okay. So I'm just wondering from the other side.
Yeah, see, that's no,
that
there's no way to get in there.
No? Okay.
No, because that's the only road. If you're going into Avocado, you're going to have to be on this side of it.
Okay.
You got to be coming off of that hydro right there.
Yeah, like in my mind,
unless you go way up on each trimmer and then over the bridge and cut back down, but you're still going to end up on this side of the river.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any other road that would take you in. That's a walking trail.
Okay. That's a walking trail. Okay.
See,
okay.
Phoenix Lake Trailhead.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's a walking trail, which is actually what most of these probably are. They're probably walking trails, but I mean,
that makes sense.
mean you couldn't put a car on them.
That makes sense.
I guess you probably could.
So these are basically the only waterways in that direction that we know of.
All right. What is the other one? The other one was Milton? This one? No, that's not it. What was anybody remember the name of it?
No. See if I can find something.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alice. When I'm on the map, I'm on a different screen. Where the AM PM. Okay. Okay, I can definitely map that for y'all. Sorry.
Did someone get that 69mega.com? I'm trying to get rid of it and it's not.
Yeah, I think they already got it.
So there's a few different ways. Is it Meki Teki?
Yeah, look. Yeah, let's look. There's 3 different. Google Maps is giving you 3 different routes.
Okay, look at that. Yeah.
So let's see if any of them. I don't think any of them are really lining up with that. Not for her to go directly from the store to Avocado Lake. So what we would have to do is have another point west and where she's going to be turned around. Because this is only taking you directly, if you were to leave directly from the store and head toward the lake, they're all going to be taking you back out east. And we know for a fact that she turned west on Nevada. South Newmark, assuming that you're in.
Okay, Meki
Also,
Teki.
the roads you would end up jumping on to get on the left side of the river.
The only clear shot, honestly, is South Newmark, assuming that you're in Parlor. But that is also
Earlier,
the
yeah.
road you would end up jumping onto to get to the left side of the river from all other streets.
Hmm.
Okay. You must live there. Mecky Tecky. Or close. So did you find your third lake?
Yeah, this is from the AMP, and the quickest route is going to take you 26.7 miles, which is roughly 38 minutes.
Okay.
But if she took that route, she'd be going straight up Rose Avenue here. Whenever we know that she went this way,
Yes, that's right.
she went out this way somewhere and turned back at some point, but I don't know where.
I wish they would at least give us a time.
I wish they'd tell us what other security cameras she was seen on.
Exactly. And
Well,
you see, that's the thing. There's got to be
they don't have
many.
to tell us, right? They don't have to tell us, what the name of the street is. I just want to know if you can tell me the business, I'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, hey, like
I mean, but yeah, I don't see anything else out this way.
ever since I seen that AWP find that car in a water feature in a new subdivision,
Right?
now I seriously think about that. Is there any kind of water feature in a residential area if she got lost? I mean, that car literally, when they found it, they found it accidentally. And when they did find it, they were able to stand on the car.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason it wasn't
Oh,
found is the water was the same color as the car.
well, yeah, I mean, that happens.
Unreal. So, yeah, it's funny because you start to think, okay, where's the water? How deep is this? Is there this? Is there that? And now my mind goes straight to person, missing car, person, or missing person, missing car.
Yeah.
Makes me think water now. But is she with that vehicle?
That's the question that we need to answer. I don't know. At this point, I really don't know. I mean, a lot of different thoughts that I have on that one. I mean, it's possible.
That turns East Central, that turns into Goodfellow and can take you you to the right side of the river. Thank you very much.
That's still take me on the same streets.
So how long, I'm sorry, to get to, is that 55 minutes to get to Pine Flats?
Yeah.
Okay.
55
Yeah.
minutes.
In this day and age, there should be plenty of cameras out there. So hopefully law enforcement is doing their due diligence, and hopefully
40 minutes to get to Avocado Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, Alice, I'm with you there. I mean, I'm not 100% convinced that she's in the water. I think there's other possibilities.
Absolutely.
I'm wondering, honestly, about not only about who the friends are that she would typically hang out with, but I'm wondering about who murdered her friend, who killed her friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't believe that person has ever been caught. I've not
No?
seen anything. I've not seen anything that says he has or she has, whoever it was. So if that person has never, hey Doug, good to see you.
Hiya, Doug.
If that person has never been caught, then I mean, could that possibly be somebody we need to be looking at?
And have they figured out who those two guys are that were at that family gathering? Do we know who they were?
I don't know.
And it didn't sound like maybe the family didn't seem to know them very well. That's kind of my understanding.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know about that.
Okay. It'd be interesting to learn who they are. I mean, is it possible that they're the people in the vehicle is what I'm wondering.
Right. She was at the AM/PM at was it 3:59, I believe?
Something like that, yeah.
Right at 3:59, right at 4 a.m. is whenever when she was there.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And her last phone ping was at 5:25 a.m. around the Avocado Lake area.
Or, I'm also kind of wondering, they say that they've got her car and camera. I wonder if it pinged somewhere on her way back that they're not telling us about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they're not, hopefully they have looked at all the surveillance video from all the different businesses around there, but they're definitely not. If they have, they're not telling anybody. They're not even releasing that to the family.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is
which I find very frustrating. They should at least be. I mean, I get it, not releasing all that stuff to the public.
Yeah.
Because as much as we want to know everything, sometimes it's just not in the best interest of the case for them to tell us everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
But they should at least be talking to the family. I mean, and when the family is making phone calls to the detective that's supposed to be in charge and they're hearing nothing.
Right.
That's not making me very confident that these people are doing a good job.
No, and like I said, that was a very piss poor. That was a pretty piss poor press conference.
It was. I mean, it was basically a giant press conference to tell us that they have very little.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know why. Like, none of them ever seem overly excited that AWP is coming, and that kind of bothers me as well. I don't know why in this day and age people can't kind of work together for a common goal.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, but I guess that's just,
So
that's just
I heard that the TBI turned down Adventures with Purpose. Have you heard that?
Yeah. They did.
Does that mean, though, that AWP wouldn't go? Because I don't know if they need to legally get their permission to go into the lakes or any waterway.
Legally, they don't have to get anybody's permission. They can go out and do what they want, but they, they would rather work with law enforcement, and be more
absolutely
working with them. But no, TBI told them that there's no way that Summer Wells is in the water. They've already checked it, and there's no need for them to come out there.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, because they never find people that the police miss.
Yeah, we totally didn't just see that happen, right?
Right.
That was just a figment of our imagination. We made that one up.
Yeah, exactly.
We just pulled that rabbit out of the hat.
Oh my goodness.
For real.
Right? And I mean, their record speaks for itself. I don't know why any place that doesn't have funding for this new equipment or the expertise that this group has, I don't know why they would ever turn it down. I mean, if they didn't find anything, it's a second opinion. Worst case scenario.
Hey, Doug, can you tell us the name of that other lake?
Yeah.
I know it starts with an M. Is it Millerton, Milton? I was trying to find it on the map, and I can't remember the name of it. I know it's something with the M with mill in the front of it, but I don't remember exactly what. I could just start typing in random stuff until it pops up, I guess. But that might take me a minute to figure that out. I don't know if was it Milton? Millerton? Milltown? Mill something.
Mill something.
Yeah, it was Mill something. It narrows it down. I got the first 4 letters. Come on, somebody figure out the other half, right?
Help me.
Come on, it's Wheel of Fortune. You got the first 4 letters. Starts with MILL. But I can't tell you how many letters are after that. And you can't buy a vowel, so you're pretty much screwed on that one. Sorry.
Yep, first 4 letters.
That's all you get, the first 4 letters. Make it up as you go. I don't know.
Yeah, we're looking for the other lake around there.
I know there was 3 of them. There was Avocado. There was the Pine Lake area up by the dam.
Yeah.
And the other one started with an M. It was Mill something.
Let's see here. How to search for that. Selma Waterways.
Mackie, there's actually 2 friends that she has lost. They're both males. The most recent one was about a year ago.
Yeah. Was the other friend, I guess both of them, unalived by somebody else?
I don't know about the first one. I know the one from about a year ago was.
Right. And we're not quite sure which spot she was found in. Was Avocado though, I think? Or was it in an orchard?
No,
from last year.
The friend from last year was found inside their apartment.
Oh my.
Yeah, the friend from last year was found dead inside his apartment.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking that it was one of the waterways. Maybe just because she went there to relax at times. She liked to go through the orchards and.
Yeah, I think there was. Yeah, I think there was an orchard area that they like to go hang out at together. And I think maybe that was the connection to that, but I'm not sure where that is. I've not figured that out yet. Millerton, let me try that.
What would I do without crime and justice? So grateful. Was it Millerton Lake?
Uh-oh. And I forgot I stopped sharing my screen. My bad. Just back up here.
Do you want me to open that?
Yeah. Put it back up there. Yeah. Check this out. This is from the AMPM.
Okay.
If you take that left, heading west out of the AMPM.
Oh, look at that tucked away.
But
she went the other direction.
It's 36 and a half miles, and her last phone ping was way out on the other side.
Right. But
so,
thinking maybe her car is in a different area, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. That's
Is there any water?
strange. Unless, I mean, yeah, I kind of don't want to go down too many deep rabbit holes on that one because there's a lot of different possibilities there.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I guess it's just it leaves 20 miles from Avocado. Okay. It leaves it so open because they're not telling anything about her trip back and what happened after that.
Right.
You know,
I mean, if
we don't even know if she was driving that vehicle.
that's what I'm saying, if she drove out in that direction, if she could be somewhere out in there, then maybe somebody else was driving her vehicle back the other way.
Exactly, exactly. And she went out. She got one blunt. Oh boy. Okay.
Doggo having a tantrum. But yeah, I mean that road would take you in the same direction that she went. She took that left going west right there. That's again why I want to know where else they picked her vehicle up at. Where's the security camera? What store? What house? What area?
Exactly. But I'm kind of wondering, okay, the AM PM, she went the other way, but if you follow that road straight, it almost seems like it will intersect with that 41.
Which road?
AM PM and go straight and then follow that. I don't know what road that is. You follow that up, and does it intersect with 41 just to further up?
Are you about going this way?
Yeah. Right there. Boom. So
yeah,
it does intersect with that.
Yeah.
And then how far is the lake from that? Like, is that a possibility?
Well, I'm saying, if she went out of the AM PM and she hooked that left, which is where this road here is taking us,
right?
Then you make that turn right here, and it's a straight shot, pretty much right up in there.
Sure is. Sure is.
That would go along with her taking the left instead of the right.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, her brother was in Fresno. I'm not sure exactly where, but the family did say her brother was in Fresno.
Yes.
Yeah, Millerton Lake is just past. Yeah. I mean,
now I don't know what it's like in this area, but we have cameras on pretty much every area that there's an intersection, or a set of lights.
Right.
So they had to have caught her multiple times once she got into like any kind of city, town,
right?
Any kind of unreal. Well, let's hope that. We're going to get some kind of answers in the next day or two. I'm not sure which way that's going to go, but
right, we're just going to have to wait for Adventures Purpose to do their thing and see if they can bring up any information and
absolutely
see what they got there. Hopefully they will, and I hope that all of the attention that it's now getting from the media is going to be enough to light a fire under this police department and get them moving.
Oh, right. And if you can think of anything that I can do to help, or if there's, when it comes to like petitions, and I'm in Canada, so I just pass. I don't feel like I have the right. I don't live there, so I pass all that around. But I don't sign anything.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if this doesn't do it, to start doing something that is going to be right in their face.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the more we can keep her name out there, the more we can keep the story out there, and just let them know that we've not forgot about her, and we're not going to back down. We're not going to back off it.
Exactly. And
hopefully, like I said, with the news and everything starting to pick it up now too. Hopefully, that's going to be enough to give them that little kick in their butt that they need to get them moving.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And if they don't have enough resources to adequately investigate this, then maybe they need to start reaching out to some other people that do.
I agree.
I know that they said that I guess Fresno Sheriff's Department has dedicated some resources to helping them, but
a helicopter and
I don't know exactly what their level of involvement is, other than maybe just the helicopter, drones, that kind of thing. But
isn't half of that police department sick?
I don't know. I mean, I know they said they were kind of short-staffed on officers right now. But
yeah, I think someone told me that COVID has gone through there.
Oh, that's possible. It is. Yeah. It is starting to pick up again.
Is it? Hey, wow.
Yeah, so. But I mean, I kind of figured that with schools going back and everything, that's usually what happens.
So your kids are back in school, right?
Yeah, he's been back in school for almost a month now.
Oh wow, ours go back the first week in September.
I see. We're on year-round school schedule, so.
Oh, okay. How does that work? Is that good?
It's okay. I mean, they get more frequent breaks from school, but they don't last as long.
Right. Yeah. We haven't had, at least not when I was raising my son, we didn't have anything like that. But I don't even know if Canada actually has the option yet.
Right.
So, do you think there's anything more, friend, that we have?
No, I don't think so. I think we need to, kind of dig a little deeper into her friends and see what kind of friends she had and what kind of what we can kind of fish out from that direction. See what I'm going to see what I can find on this friend of hers that was murdered last year.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can figure out who that. I'm pretty sure I know the name, but I'm gonna go run that and see what comes up and see what I can do on that end.
Well, I'll be
try to stir something up on that end, and we'll just keep shaking it up and see what falls out, I guess.
Oh, exactly. Well, you've got researching down pat.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you having me up here with you. I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. I will definitely be watching for your live and Doug tonight. And
all right, thank you.
Okay, thanks guys for joining us. I appreciate it more than you know. Thanks for getting through that rough period in the beginning. I'm not even going to edit this stuff out. I'm just going to let it be what it is, and
it'll be okay. We'll get better.
Well, sure.
We always do.
Practice.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna jump out of here. I love y'all. Y'all be good. Be safe out there. Catch you later.
See you later. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here. I totally appreciate you. Big mwah.